So I may have overestimated the speed at which we are going to get this challenge complete. Welcome back, Nation. I am Gamer Nan, and this is another episode of The Long Dark. Um, so, one more episode is probably not going to be enough. For whatever reason, I was thinking we could go straight uh, from the Forlorn Muskeg into Hush River Valley. That is actually incorrect. I have to go into Milton and then drop down um, into the Forlorn Muskeg. So we are probably at least another. Uh, oh, there goes that storm. Another episode or so away from being able to do that. Uh, you might be asking, what are you doing? Going to try to skirt around this back area and avoid these wolves and come up on the lake and get some cattails. I'm doing this because we are going to need, um, you know what, I don't recall if it was in this playthrough or not, that I have been into Milton. That's one of the hard things about playing a game that you've played just so much is they start to blend together. I'm sure any of you guys watching, you already know whether I have or whether I haven't. But if I gotta go into Milton and there is no, um, and we have not been there yet, there will be plenty of cattails and the like for us to find. So I may, let me see what all I have. I have those, just water, and none of those. So that would be here. So we could do some teas, but we kind of need this weather to change before we do that. So I can look and peek and just see if I can see them on the ice or not. It's not terribly cold. I would like to just get enough to be able to, it's almost dark. I know I'm second guessing myself, and I'm double talking with my directions. I see one way over there. I see two. Just in case. I don't want to have to use this at all. This is actually pretty good traveling weather to go ahead and get out towards Milton, and I should probably be taking advantage of that. But I just feel like we might need just a few more calories. Yeah, there's 3 of them out there. They should be far enough away that I won't trigger a response. That's going to be a dead guy. We're here, so we might as well. Yeah, let me go across and then I'll come back. Nothing. I'll take that. Some coffee would be great. Tea would be acceptable. Alright, well, apparently neither. There's going to be some around there, but I want to go back to where I was walking, and that way I know I've finished this side off. Alright, and rarely is there any around on that side, but we'll go there. I could actually take that rope up and then walk across and then drop down and be right close to where I'm trying to get to anyway, if I recall. Now there could be another wolf in this general area, and obviously we know that there's a bear potentially over in that general direction. I do want to finish this. I'm eager to reach the end, but at the same time I don't want to run through an area so quickly that we miss valuable things that we need, such as calories, potentially. You know, yeah, we could use some books. I think I'm about out. You know, teas, hopefully some upgraded clothing items, things of that nature. Because eventually the supplies are going to begin to be very sparse, so to say. Alright, make sure nothing. Alright, so nothing. We'll take one more book. Just take it. Why not? Alright, so let's see here. Part of me wants to just travel. I have 6. Now I'll be exhausting myself pretty well if I go up over the rope. Speaking of challenges, this should be a very familiar area for anybody that's played any of the challenges. Okay, and I'm going to say nothing. So the problem with Milton is that we have a climb down and then a climb back up, and a significant amount of distance to travel. I don't think I'm going to be able to make this, but I'm going to try it anyway. But a significant amount of distance to travel before we could sleep again. So if we're going to do this trek, we're going to have to do it after being well slept, because there will be no place for us to sleep in the midst of the travel. So we will have to spend the night in the trapper's cabin, pray for good weather in the morning, and head out nice and fresh.
I need to find a place to rest.
I know you do. The reason why I've decided to go ahead and go this way is because this is just, the weather is too good to not travel. And this should bring us right to where the train is at, the drop-off and the exit to the Forlorn Muskeg. We're not going to go into the Forlorn Muskeg. I don't see any reason in doing that. We're just going to head straight for the trapper's cabin.
Ah, I'm starving.
And now that I think about it, we haven't hit any, or we haven't come across any energy drinks either, which is kind of weird. I guess they don't have them in here. Yeah, I was hoping for a little, I don't know what spruce bed, I don't know what it's made out of, but a nice little nap wouldn't hurt us right about now. So, unfortunately, we are going to lose some condition due to exhaustion, because I've decided to push this way after making that big climb. I mean, I guess I could throw down a snow shelter. But hopefully the condition loss will be minimized. I mean, we're in it now. We're in it to win it. So there will be no sprinting of any type here in just a matter of a couple of seconds. Okay, so now we got to begin to descend. Nothing. And here comes the snow. Looks fairly predator free. So hopefully, yeah, we're losing condition now due to exhaustion. Let's see, it's just right on the edge of the hydration water drop. Let's see how much we actually lose. I think exhaustion is one of the slower condition drains. At least I hope so. The two that will kill you the fastest is, well, obviously hydration. And then the temperature, depending upon what the temperature is, depends upon the decrease in your health. And then obviously it would be exhaustion and hunger. Hunger is one that will kill you rather slowly as well.
I can't feel my feet.
Alright, well, here's another little danger area. There is a wolf usually, and possibly two, and then a bear that patrols right on the other side of this hill. I don't think it'll be an issue, but I can recall being lurched upon in one of my earlier newer playthroughs when I was first beginning the game, not knowing that and walking up that hill, and yeah, having a wolf attached to the side of my head. Wasn't pleasant. So we may get a deer or some bunnies to eat, which would be okay by me. It probably won't be right this second. We got a couple of cattails to eat. Hopefully that will make us through the night. While the well-fed buff isn't helping us a great deal right now,
I need a horse.
I still don't want to lose it. Okay, so now we are getting close to really beginning to lose some condition, but we should be okay. It doesn't look like the condition has gone down very much. Temperature will begin to bring it down, but it's not extremely cold, so it'll be slow. But now we're losing condition from 2 meters instead of 1.
I've never felt so cold.
I'm pretty sure you have. Alright, inside. Okay, so we are going to stop losing condition there. We don't really need any of that right now. Don't need any of that right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat. One more. And then I'm going to drink. And with that, it's probably a little early, but that's okay. We're going to go 9 hours. Yeah, it's going to be really close. Let's go ahead and we'll drink that just for the few little extra calories it's going to give us. It's not much.
Can you eat?
And then let me see what time of day it is. We still got a few hours. Alright, so we got plenty of this. Well, plenty is probably not the right term. Let's step outside here. cold. So what I'm going to do is just take just a second. I don't even know if I have any stones. Ooh, it's really cold. So I'm not going to take a second. I'm going to go up in here. And we're going to find out relatively quick. Now, I could have potentially gone through and harvested the cattails that I'm fixing to go and see if they're there, and not have gone down into Milton. But if the cattails are there, I can pretty much safely say that we probably haven't gone. So this is a, call it a test. Is some coal, so that's good. I don't recall how many pieces I have, but I can always use more coal. Okay, so he hasn't been searched, so we have not been through this cave. And if we have not been through this cave, it is safe to say that we have not been into Milton, which is good. We have the potential to find a considerable amount of loot in Milton on our way through. Again, once we hit Hush River Valley, we are on our own, and that is a map that I am not familiar with at all, and just getting to wherever it is that we need to get to may be challenging. So with one more grave marker to go, we're gonna try to do the best we can to prevent from perishing. That'd be great, right? I don't want to perish. Do you want to perish? No perishing here. So it's really cold. That away. So it's not much, but it's like 100 or 150 calories per cattail stalk that I will definitely take. Alright, well, part of me wants to go. Part of me doesn't want to go, so I'm not sure this could turn on us quickly. So I think I'll back off because I think we got enough energy, or we're not too fatigued to the point where we couldn't climb down and then climb back up. But what's bothered me is the temperature and this snow. We could make tea. We could start fires. But yeah, we're already hypothermic now. And back to losing condition. Now this time we're actually losing condition at a little bit quicker pace because it is actually very cold. So let's pop back in here. Alright, so we're in here. Yeah, I think we'll just go back to the house or to the cabin, and we'll just sleep till through morning. Do this right. Be nice and well rested. Just check. Nothing. Well, coal, so not nothing, but nothing that I want to pick up. A bedroll would be great. It would just make traveling easier. But so we're going to have to come through this one more time, and then we have one more cave system to go through. So the next longest piece right now is going to be getting across Milton. We will stop at a few of the places, for hopefully, calories and nothing. Potential clothing upgrades. We're not going to go all the way out to the homestead, but as we come through town, we will stop in some of them. We'll determine which ones as we go. Alright, so before I leave, I didn't want to leave out yet, but I'm out, so I'll just stay out. It's interesting the way the trapper's cabin is lit up. The lights are on, but nobody's home.
Sure getting cold.
So yeah, this was part of the reason why I wanted to come back, was because I just wasn't convinced that wasn't going to turn into a blizzard. Alright, so let's eat our little calories here. So it's 150 per, so we got a nice little belly full of yummy cat's tail stocks. Alright, we might as well go ahead and just top off on our water. That's going to put us down to, right at a full hydration. And then we're just going to go ahead and let's do 3 hours, see what happens with the weather. I'm gonna do one more hour. I could use just a little bit more condition just to make me feel a little bit better about this trip that we're about to make. Um, all right. So while not completely arrested as I would like to be, wow, it's really cold. Like it's really cold. Um, Let me do this. I don't know if I've harvested this guy yet. Um, oh, well, either I have or there is no this guy to harvest. So that was easy enough. Yeah, we can't make the trip in this type of weather. So I'm gonna peek back here and see if I can't see a couple of bunnies. I sure don't see any. Alright, well, clearly there's just no bunnies in the area. Alright, well this changes the dynamic.
Gotta warm up somehow.
We're going to warm up. So, it's going inside. I guess we'll just rest a little more. It's really not the only thing we can do. I'm gonna drink that. We're gonna start a fire. Alright,
Oh, yeah.
and then we
That's a
will
good one.
put 2 pots with, that'll make it about an hour and a half cook. Wait. Cook. Yeah, no, let me go this route. We'll go that route so that it won't boil away, and then we will sleep for an hour. And it has 15 minutes till boiled. Let me just peek outside and see what the deal is. It's still really cold. Um, hmm. Drink. There comes another storm. We'll take that up. It's really starting to get on me. Let's sleep for another hour. All we need is enough to get to the other side, and we will be good. Okay, the storm is gone. Come on, be a little warmer out. Okay, it is a little warmer out. It is not warm by any means, but we're at least in the positive. So we're going to use this opportunity to go. So, I know I have a couple of teas on me. I'm going to wait until we get to the rope. By then, I'll probably need to warm up just a little bit. I will start. Oh man, come on! I will start a fire, warm up, brew my teas, or warm my teas up, and then I will use those to get me across the bottom of the I don't know what you call that, ravine or whatever that is. All right, so let's use this. Let's use this. And let's roll. Yeah, I don't reckon I need to say anything about the spraying system. Beating a dead horse. So if my understanding is correct, this was one of the first transition zones put in the game. So I've only been playing, I guess it's been 3 years now. Maybe a little more. And I really love it. Each game, each playthrough is slightly different. It's not, that was the right way. Just because of, you know, the way the loot spawns and the way the way the gameplay operates. You have no two exact replicated games. Oftentimes you're lacking on specific items in each specific playthrough, and weather patterns and wildlife and all that. Oh wow, that's beautiful weather. Yeah, let's get on through here. So it's not a safe trek by any means. There is wolves down at the bottom. Two that I normally run and see or know that are there. But if we can navigate across and get back up the other side, then we're really from the frying pan to the fire, because Milton is filled to the brim, it seems like, with a wolf population. Probably because it's a civilized area, and they're probably hanging around because they smell, food and things of that nature. At least from a narrative perspective. So you could actually traverse down right there. I'm not going to worry about that. Going down on a rope takes a lot less stamina and fatigue than coming up does. It will still drain us some, but I think it'll be a nominal amount. All right, let's go. Peek over here. I might be able to get a couple more rose hips, maybe a can of food or something like that from the inside. Or a candy bar, that is good too. Don't really need any more matches. Oh, that encumbered me. Alright, so I'm going to call that. How much am I over? Let me drink. Alright, that took away my encumbrance. Just so you know, I'm really nervous right now. Alright, well, the potential danger down here, I didn't hear one, but I'll bet there's one there. But the potential danger here has been eliminated. Now, let's just make it to the top. It's a very ominous looking sky. So I've never encountered wildlife up in this general area. That doesn't mean that they're not there or whatever. I'm just saying I've never encountered any. just looking to see where they were at. I know that there was a deer carcass down where we just came from, but I wasn't interested. I just wanted to get out. Okay, so we are warming up here. Let's see what we can find that will help us survivability. Not much of anything. Just double checking. Sometimes they like to hide those things on you. Alright, well, one candy bar will be one candy bar. I will take it, and I will be grateful to have received it. So let me go ahead and eat that. And let me go ahead and drink. Let me look at the time of the day. It's getting late, but for me, let's go ahead and sleep for 1 hour, regain back our temperature, and we're going to use this as an opportunity to save. So here we are in Milton, or at least right on the outskirts. So in next episode, we are going to try to traverse our way through this gauntlet of wolves and hopefully get to the other end and finally enter into our last area, Hush River Valley. So if you like this episode, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't already, and maybe you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to follow along to be notified every time I put out another episode. And thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.